5 years ago, Nathan Fillion's Officer John Nolan started his second act as LAPD's oldest rookie. On September 27th, the ABC Rookie Universe expands. Former guidance counselor turned FBI agent Simone Clark explodes onto the screen in this fun, high-octane, action-packed spinoff. Niecy Nash Betts stars in the Rookie Fed series premiere, September 27th, 10/9 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
You made it. Here. Finally. Checked out of office to check into the sweet views of that place you've always wanted to go. You know the one. It's nice. Even the kids like it.
This place is so cool.
And they never like it.
Mom, can we go to the pool?
Look at that. Not even asking for the Wi-Fi. When you're with Amex, it's not if it's going to happen, but when. American Express. Don't live life without it.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of For the Girls. I'm your host, Victoria Alario. And today we are talking about the value of two simple phrases. Thank you and you're welcome. And I initially planned on separating this topic into two separate episodes. I wanted to do an episode about the value of your time, as well as an episode on how to take a compliment. And then when I started brainstorming for both of these episodes and putting my thoughts together, I realized that they really coincide because the idea I had for both all stemmed down to just saying thank you. And it's so crazy because there are different ways around building confidence and knowing and understanding your value, but they are truly one and the same. I first learned about truly understanding the value of your time back in 2019. And this was honestly a pretty surreal connection that I fell into. And I don't believe anything happens by coincidence. I think everything happens as it's meant to. And every single thing happens for a reason in divine timing. And in my industry, I work with tons of girls. And so at this time, back in 2019, I was working with a girl who said her uncle was really big in the industry and that he found out she started working with us and he wanted to give her some insight and talk to her mentor and all this kind of stuff. So I got connected to him. Now, this guy had been in network marketing for longer than I've even been alive. And he's much older and really wise and just really, really experienced in the network marketing world. And so I happened to do a call with him. Honestly, we ended up doing calls all the time. He ended up teaching me a lot in a very short period of time. And a lot of the things that he taught me stick with me to this day. Clearly, that's why I'm talking about it on this podcast episode. And he challenged me. And on the very first call I had with him, mind you, we were on the phone for probably 2 hours. The questions he asked me were questions I had never been asked before and made me think about perspectives I would have never thought about probably in my life. I was truly challenged, I feel, for the first time, really ever. No one's ever honestly intimidated me the way that this man intimidated me. And in this moment, when we were hanging up the call, is when I learned about the value of my time. So like I said, we were on the phone for about 2 hours. And when we were hanging up, I thanked him for his time. And he said, "You're welcome." And then he said to me, "Thank you for your time." And I said, "No, seriously, I appreciate it so much. You seriously helped me so much." And he said, "Why did you just do that?" So I was like, "Do what?" He said, "Why didn't you accept my thank you?" And I don't even remember really what I said. I remember I got flustered and I was like, "I don't get it." He was like, "I said thank you. And you turned it around and said, 'No, thank you. Seriously, I appreciate your time so much. You didn't let me thank you for your time. You didn't say you're welcome.'" And he said, you don't value your time? And I was like, of course I value my time. And he said, but how? You don't value your time if you won't even let me thank you for it. You spent 2 hours on the phone with me just as much as I spent 2 hours on the phone with you. I didn't just give up 2 hours of my life. You also gave me 2 hours of your life. So why can't I just say thank you? And I literally remember just being embarrassed. I was honestly so intimidated that I was embarrassed. And I was like, I've never had anyone, make me think about it like that. He said, Victoria, if you appreciate your time, when someone thanks you for it, you say you're welcome. No one's time is more valuable than anyone else's. I may have been teaching you something on this call, but I'm on this call because I want to be on this call. And I appreciate your time. I understand that there are other things you can be doing with your time right now. So I'm going to thank you for it, and you're going to accept my appreciation for your time if you understand the value of it. Otherwise, you're basically telling me that my time is more valuable than yours, because when I said thank you, you said, no, thank you. I appreciate your time, but my time is not any more valuable than yours. So why did you just say that? And of course, I had to just pretty much surrender. And I'm like, you're right. You're totally right. I valued your time to be more important than my own. So then, of course, as we're concluding our conversation and going to hang up, he says, I'm going to ask you or tell you, I'm going to tell you again, thank you for your time. And, like I said, I was a little intimidated. I was a little embarrassed. But of course, this was the first time that I said, you're welcome. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. I just said, you're welcome. And no, it didn't feel all that natural and normal to me the first time. It wasn't until the second and then the third time, because like I said, we did a bunch of calls. And that was the first time we talked. Over every single call with him then, I continued to say, you're welcome. And then when other people said to me, thank you for your time, I said, you're welcome. So it took getting used to, but then it came out so naturally and it just felt so right. And in that moment, never again in my life have I not let someone thank me for my time. And I no longer let people do that to me. I don't let somebody say to me, no, thank you. I teach people what he taught me. And I swear I learned this, 3 years ago almost. And anytime that I say thank you to someone, I notice how many people say what I used to say. And they say, no, thank you. And then I put them on the spot the way he put me on the spot. And I'm like, wait, why did you just do that? And then, of course, they say, I don't know. You just, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but your time is just as valuable as my time. And honestly, it's helped me understand my value as a person so much more. And it allows me to show my value so much more because it shows that I believe in my value. When someone says thank you and you say you're welcome, you are showing them that you believe in your value. Yeah, you're welcome. I appreciate that you're appreciative of me because I deserve to be appreciated. You're welcome. But it shows a lack of confidence and a lack of knowing your value when you will not accept someone showing that appreciation for you in your time, when you will not accept someone saying thank you. If you are that quick to be like, no, thank you, you're basically telling that person, you are more deserving than I am. You are more valuable than I am. And you're throwing all your confidence out the window. And when you are a confident person, you have to stand strong in your value. Girls, it is time to feel good about your finances. Money and Mindset with Bright and Brian, a podcast from Truist, is here to help you reshape your relationship with money. Tune in every month for inspiration and practical advice to manage your money better and live with more joy and confidence. The Money and Mindset with Bright and Brian podcast is hosted by psychologist Bright Dixon and financial wellness expert Brian Ford. Together, They explore ways to develop your money know-how and improve your well-being, covering topics like, can money actually buy happiness? And how to cure money anxiety. You can listen to Money and Mindset with Bright and Brian on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, or Truist.com. Okay, girls, as you all know, I am big on building a community. And with a community like For the Girls, you are going to love this. Drizzly is the #1 app for alcohol delivery, and you can find the biggest selection of women-owned and Black-owned beer, wine, and spirits brands, and then get them delivered in under 60 minutes. And of course, this includes non-alcoholic beverages for those of you like me who prefer a mocktail. Now you can sip with purpose, find your new favorite drinks, and explore brands that are shifting in industry while supporting the diverse stories that make them great. Make your memorable moments even more meaningful by choosing brands with intention. Let's raise a glass, whether it is wine or soda, to the spirit of representation and belonging, all while discovering incredible drinks with stories worth celebrating. Just download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com to start sipping with purpose. And now I want to go on to the compliments that I was talking about and accepting compliments and saying thank you for being complimented. So many people refuse to just accept a damn compliment. They won't even say thank you when someone tells them that they look nice. They respond by complimenting that person instead. If you go out and someone says to you, "Oh my gosh, you look so pretty," people who lack confidence are so quick to say, "Look at you though, like so do you." And listen, I'm not saying you can't compliment someone back, but you have to accept your compliment first. You have to say thank you first and let them know that you agree. You look good, right? Like you accept that you look good. You're accepting this compliment because you have the confidence to do so. So if someone says to you when you go out, "You look so pretty," you would say, "Thanks so much. I actually really love this outfit," or "Thanks so much. I've been meaning to try this makeup routine and I love how it came out." Like whatever it is, accept the compliment. Let them know that you also feel good about whatever it is that they're complimenting. And then you could compliment them back and say, "I love your dress. Where did you get that?" It's not to say that you can't compliment people, because it's not to say that everyone should be complimenting you and you're like, "Yeah, thanks." And then the conversation gets like awkward and it's just like, wait, all right, let's talk about something else now. You don't want to sound like cocky, but confidence is such a beautiful thing because you get to shine your light. You get to show people that you feel good about yourself, and then that helps other people and inspires other people to feel good about themselves because you show people that it's okay. And then, of course, there's the more small-minded people who are really insecure, who have a lot of issues with themselves that they need to work on, and you're going to make them uncomfortable. So that's on the flip side, because I know how many people I have made uncomfortable simply based on the fact that I'm proud of myself or I love myself, just based on the fact that I don't think I'm ugly. Literally, there's always going to be those people who would be more comfortable around you if you were insecure. They would be more comfortable around you if you didn't think you were beautiful, if you didn't love the way you looked, if you didn't understand or know your value, if you didn't accept compliments. Like, there are truly people who I am not their cup of tea because of the way that I love myself. And I'm a very, very humble person. And I actually have zero tolerance for people who are not humble and truly need to get over themselves, but not in a way that exudes confidence and positive energy, in a way that they think they're better than other people. There's a very big difference of cocky people who think that they are above others. Yes, humble yourself. But a confident woman or man who knows their worth and is happy with who they are and can use that light positively to help inspire others feel the same way about themselves, no, you do not need to humble yourself because you admit to your accomplishments. You own your strengths. I don't want to hang out with people who would feel more comfortable if I talked more about my weaknesses. Why would I want to talk about the things that I'm not great at? Why would I want to talk about my weaknesses? Why does it make you uncomfortable that I talk about and admit to the things that I am good at, or when I know I look good? It's not a very common occurrence that I'm walking around like I am the most beautiful person. Half the time I got a planet for a pimple on my face and I don't want to leave the house because I'm like, holy shit, I look disgusting. If my lashes are not done, I'm like, oh my God, I look crazy. If my hair is not clean and it's oily, I'm like, you're not going to see me without a baseball cap on. Like, I don't walk around on a daily basis thinking that I'm some stunning model. However, there are days where I get myself together and based on like the way I did my hair or the way I did my makeup or my outfit, I feel really good about the way I look. And I'm not afraid to exude that confidence and say that. Like, I will say, wow, I love how my hair came out, or I love how my makeup looks, or I love the way my body looks in this outfit. I feel good about myself. And some people simply can't handle a confidence like that. You have to let yourself get to a point where you show people that you are happy with who you are, and negativity and hate will not be able to touch you. Like, anyone giving you bad vibes or bad juju, you won't end up sitting at the same table as them. You won't end up hanging out with them. They won't end up in your corner at your house. Like, they're not going to end up being your crowd. It's no coincidence that some people always end up with haters for friends. It's no coincidence that some people always say like, I wish I had better friends, or I wish I had more people that are there for me. It's because of the fact that they haven't let themselves get to a point of having enough confidence to surround themselves with like-minded people. They just kind of take what they can get. They wallow in their self-pity or insecurity. But you know that saying that's kind of like, if you hang around 5 rich people, you're going to be the 6th. Like, you are who you acquaint yourself with. You are who you surround yourself with. So that's why I say there's no coincidence when that's your circumstance, because the more confident that you are, the more that you love yourself, the more that you honor yourself, the more that you value yourself, you're going to surround yourself with like-minded people who are not intimidated by your confident energy. They're going to love, respect, and appreciate your confident energy. And you're all going to be complimenting each other. You're all going to make each other feel good. You're never going to feel like if somebody else is getting complimented that takes away from you. You're going to feel like she can shine and I can shine too. You're going to feel empowered by other people feeling empowered. Only insecure people who don't know their worth and don't see their value are going to feel bad about themselves when somebody else is getting complimented, because they have their own deep-rooted insecurity. So when somebody else is saying thanks so much for someone telling them that they like their dress, it makes them feel uncomfortable. That's it. They can't handle seeing somebody else glow or getting attention or honoring the fact that they love themselves. They just can't handle it because of their own deep-rooted insecurity. So what I want you girls to do is get comfortable in your confidence. Get comfortable knowing your value. You can talk the talk and you can walk the walk and you can just exude confident, powerful energy. Because when people see you being a light, it's going to help them more. And just for the sake of your own personal development and growth, watch how much more powerful you become when you say you're welcome when someone thanks you for something. And when you say thank you when someone compliments you for something. You are going to feel so much better about yourself, so much more confident. You're going to really, truly feel and see your evolution in knowing your value and knowing your worth, just by using those two phrases. They are a lot more powerful than you think, and they hold a lot more weight than you think. So say your thank yous, say your welcomes, and you are going to feel like the 2.0 version of you. Thank you all so much for listening, and I'll see you next time.
Life-changing decisions can be hard, or they can be flexible, inclusive, and best of all, rewarding. Earn your master's in computer science, data science, or information systems at Northeastern University in the San Francisco Bay Area. No matter your experience, earn your degree. Plus, the desirable Bay Area is a smaller, collaborative campus, but connected to the huge Northeastern University. Discover the different technology degrees available. Visit northeastern.edu/pathways to tech.